Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today, I'm going to be doing my Boston Comic Con haul. I was supposed to go today as well, but unfortunately I couldn't go today. Um, so I will be showing off what I got yesterday. I wasn't able to get as many autographs as I originally set out for, but I still came out of it with some good stuff, so let me show you what I got. And if you've been with me before, we're going to do it how we normally do it, autographs, comics, and then, yeah. So let's get started. First up, we have an autographed picture of the Insomniac Spider-Man signed by Yuri Lowenthal himself. And there's actually a story that goes along with this. So I was in line to see Yuri, and his line was friggin' massive. And I was in line. You know, chatting it up with, chatting it up with the kid in front of me, and he's like, "Yo, you know, you wanna," and he literally said to me, he's like, "Yo, you wanna jump out?" And because I wanted to get Christopher Judge, Kratos. And he literally said to me, "Yo, if you want to jump out, I'll save your spot in line. I'll save your spot in line, and just tell them that like went to the bathroom or something, and I'll save you, your spot in line." So I jumped out of, Yuri's line to go join Christopher Judge's line, which was just a nightmare all around. Um, and to see, by the time I came back to see Yuri after I finished with Christopher Judge, by the time I'd finished with him, the kid that I was talking to was the next person in line. So by the time I jumped back into Yuri's line, he was the next person in line, and he actually managed to save me my spot in line. So I was the next person up. After him, and it was incredibly, incredibly sweet of him, to save me my spot in line and to do that for me. So yeah, so I was very, very happy to get this. The next autograph is, and this was the only comic that I got signed, but Punisher Max Kingpin, signed by Jason Aaron, who is the writer. He personalized it to me, as you can see. So yeah, and this was a fantastic book. I may or may not do a review on this at some point. We will see. And speaking of Christopher Judge, God of War 2018, signed by Christopher Judge himself, Kratos. Halo Campaign Evolved, the remake, signed by the Master Chief himself, Steve Downes. He was a cool friggin' dude. He was a really, really, really nice dude. Yeah, so I was pretty happy to get this signed. And then this next autograph is something truly very, 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 very special. I have Get the Gringo, signed by none other than Mel Gibson himself. This is just a phenomenal autograph to have. Absolutely phenomenal. I have Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, signed by Alan Burnett. Alan Burnett, for those of you who don't know who that is, his work in animation is legendary. He worked on Batman the Animated Series back in the day. He worked on Superman the Animated Series. I think he worked on Batman Beyond. He also wrote the Green Lantern First Flight animated movie, but this was actually the last thing that he wrote before he retired. He's retired now. He's not with Warner Brothers Animation anymore, but this was the last thing he wrote before he retired, and I'm such a huge fan of his work, so I was very, very, very happy to get this signed. And then we have Twisters, signed by Stephen Platt, he is a comic creator, but he was also the storyboard uh, artist for for the movie Twisters. Um, and then we have Kerry Gemmel. He did a couple of storyboards for Ultimate Avengers 2. Um, and then another autograph I was really happy to get. Superman the Animated Series, signed by Paul Dini, who is also the co-creator of Harley Quinn. But Paul Dini's work in Superman the Animated Series, just one of my favorite things that he's ever done. Um, and that is it for my autographs. I will show you the comics that I got now. I have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, the trade paperback. This was only $10. No, actually it was 18. I thought it was 10 for some reason. Nope, 18. Whatever. And then we have Loki, the trade paperback. Yeah, so we have this. And then a book that I was very happy to find. Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four Volume 2, front, back, side. I picked up Volume 1, I think last year. I think I picked up Volume 1 last year, so I'm pretty happy to have Volume 2. Pretty happy to have Volume 2. Iron Man Extremis, the greatest Iron Man story ever written, in my opinion. Just absolutely phenomenal book. If you haven't read it, read it. Fantastic Four versus Galactus. This includes Fantastic Four 48 through 50, so his first appearance. His first appearance. This chronicles all of his earliest appearances, I think, but this includes Fantastic Four 48 through 50 and Fantastic Four 242 through 244. So yeah, pretty happy to have that. We have Iron Man The End. David Michelinie's work on Iron Man is legendary, obviously. This includes Iron Man The End, The Origin of Iron Man. This includes Iron Man The End. Yeah, this includes Iron Man The End, The Origin of Iron Man, and yeah, a bunch of, looks like a lot of early Iron Man stories in here, in addition to Iron Man The End. Yeah, also featuring Iron Man 116 and in 244, Stark's first adventure in Vietnam. So yeah, so there's this. And then these I just thought were really cool. One of the things on I wrote a small list of books that I wanted to find at the con. And these I came across, I've never seen these before. I don't know anything about them, but they are apparently graphic novels. We have James Bond 007 Sharkbait. James Bond, The Man with the Golden Gun. And James Bond, The Paradise Plot. And that is it. That is what I got. So let me know what you guys think of what I got. Let me know what you think of the autographs. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.